Well, hello there, my friend. Welcome back again. I want to start by saying thank you for taking the time to listen to episode 1, and thank you so much for coming back and listening to episode 2. I am so grateful to have you here and have the opportunity to share what I know, what I have learnt. And of course, I want to start by prefacing that I don't know everything, but I do know that I am open. I'm open to learning. I am curious. I'm always asking questions. I encourage you to do the same. I am hungry for knowledge and I am eager to hear other people's opinions, but then also eager to, ask myself how I feel about that other person's opinions and make up my own mind as well. If you listened to the first episode, you will probably agree with me that there isn't much that we are taught at school about money. Instead, we are taught not to ask too many questions, to follow the rules, to read the textbooks, pass the test, write the essay, and we come out of high school, I think, with very little, if any at all, knowledge on the one subject that is going to impact the rest of our lives, and of course, that's money. Well, in today's episode, I want to talk about what money really is. And I'll continue this as well with a part 2, as I want to talk as well a bit about the history of money. All right, so let's get into it. Let's go.
You're listening to the Happy Tribe podcast, an audible experience to inspire, inform, and educate you on how to build and manage your money mindset. I am your host, Anna Pereira, and I am passionate about increasing my own financial intelligence and developing a positive money mindset. And I am ready to share with you what I know about building long-term wealth.
Okay, so I want to just jump right in as there is a lot to cover and a lot to digest. Okay, I may need to have to actually break this up into a 3-part series. This being part 1, part 2, and possibly a part 3. I want to clarify as well, though, that the information I present is not intended to incite fear. It is not intended to make you worry. Or create scarcity, okay? But it's to educate you on a part of our global history that I believe and have researched myself, and it has been a global history that has been hidden in plain sight. So there are many moments in our global history that have been pivotal moments that shaped who we are today and where we are today. There are also parts of our history where decisions were made, and that decisions that were made that led us to be in the financial situation we are in today, not just as individuals, not just as a country, but as an entire globe. These decisions affected us all of us, and the truth wasn't hidden, no. The best way to hide the truth is to keep it where everyone can see it, but no one can understand it. So obviously then you're not looking at it. You don't understand it. You don't look at the truth and see it for what it really is. Now, I love questions and love being asked questions, as it gives us, I believe, a chance to pause and check in with that inner voice that answers and speaks to us all day, every day, that inner voice of ours. So my question for today is, what is money? When I say the word money, what comes to your mind? What pictures does your mind create? I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and guess that when I say the word money, you think or see in your mind $100 notes, large piles of dollar bills. Maybe even an image of you making it rain, right? By throwing large sums up in the air and making it rain. Now, what if I told you, though, that one of the reasons we are in the financial mess we are in globally is because people don't actually understand the difference between currency and money? Yes, there is a difference between both. One was made up by mankind and the other has been on this planet for longer than any human and will remain here long after we are all gone. So let me clarify both with their definition. Currency, dollar, pounds, euros, yen, pesos, right, for my Latinos. It's all called fiat currency. The real name is fiat currency, fiat money. The definitions you will find online is that currency is a medium of exchange. It's portable, durable, you can divide it. It's a unit of account, which just means that there are numbers on the banknotes. But if you look up fiat money on Wikipedia, the definition says fiat money is a currency without intrinsic value that has been established as money, often by government regulation. Fiat money does not have use value and has value only because a government maintains its value or because parties engaging in exchange agree on its values. The parties being, of course, us, the people. So basically put, the only reason we view currency as money is because we have been taught to believe that currency is money. So it is us, the people, who give it its power because our governments have told us so. So you might be asking yourself, as I was, so what is real money then? As I mentioned earlier, currency is a medium of exchange. It's portable, durable. You can divide it. It's a unit of account. It's fungible. And what that means is that $1 in your pocket is the same as $1 in mine. Okay, just means we both have the same thing. Real money is all of those things plus, and most importantly, real money is a store of value over a long period of time, which means real money will never lose its value. It may fluctuate, but never in the history of mankind have we seen real money lose its value. Real money is gold and silver. Yep, the same gold that the Egyptians used and the Aztecs, the Romans, the Incas, all of the gold and silver that they used is still in existence today. It still holds great value today, and it is the only thing that will be here long after we're gone. You know, you can carry it in your pocket. You know, although it's extremely heavy, you can divide it. Which means, of course, that you can melt it down and create smaller pieces of gold. It's durable. As I said, it's been here for thousands of years. I think there's even evidence of it being in existence 50,000 years ago. It's fungible, and what that means again is that the gold that I have in my hand is the same value as the gold in your hand. Okay. Now you might think, well, great, thanks for clearing that up, but what does that have to do with the currency, and the situation we are in? Well, the reality is that no one, not even financial advisors, bankers, accountants, understand the difference between currency and real money. Currency is just paper, or in Australia's case, it's plastic paper. It's just large sheets of plastic paper that are printed on a machine called a printing press. It gets a special Australian symbol on it, it gets some fancy numbers, and it's declared money by our government. Or, of course, it's digits on a screen put there by a person that has been typing them in. Governments know this all too well, and they continue to print and print and print and print, and that's exactly what they're going to continue to do. And I believe that in the current situation we are in, that is what the greater problem really is. Our global monetary system is based on a lie that we have been fed and made to believe in. Every single fiat currency in the history of mankind has always failed. and the fiat currencies of the world are crumbling around us like kinetic sand. Now, please understand that I do not say this to make you fearful. Knowing and understanding the truth of what is going on means that you can be prepared and be protected. The elites of the world have gotten away with running the corrupt system that they have like this for so long, and they are not going to want to give up their power easily without spinning around and feeding us some new lies or to pacify the masses. Your job here is to just be aware, to be awake and conscious of what is happening and what it really means. Now, if you've been listening this long, I'm sure you will have a ton of questions. Same way as when I came into all of this, I had a ton of questions and I just kept digging and digging and digging until I found more answers, and I kept verifying those answers with historical facts. The best way I can do that is by explaining the history of our monetary system. How we went from exchanging in gold and silver to the currency that we are using today, and why removing the dollar off the gold standard has given countries the green light to just print themselves out of this hole that they've created. So if you'd like to know more, please join me in part 2 so you can start to understand what is really going on and why the past world events has led us to where we are today. It's a bit of a mind trip and you don't want to miss it. If you are enjoying these episodes so far on what money really is, please do share the episode with your friends and family. I believe that the more people understand what is really going on, the more we rise our collective consciousness, the greater the chances of us not falling victim to the next system that comes into play and that wants to obviously keep us middle class and lower class. We can rise from this. I really, really believe that. Humanity has been through so much. You know, if we look at our history and all of the events of the world that we have gone through, we have all survived them. We're still here. You know, there are 2 ways, I believe, to looking at fear. You know, you can fear everything and run, or you can face everything and rise. I choose to rise, my friends. I choose to face everything that is happening in our world right now, and I choose to look beyond it, to analyze it, and to go, right, how can I rise from this? And that is how we move forward. That's what I believe. Thank you so much for listening. Until next episode, ciao for now.